What are the 5 steps you should be aware of to tackle a system design question? To tackle system design question or even to design a software project from scratch, it helps to go through a structured approach. Below are the 5 steps to help you to crack a system design interview question. Step 1. Requirement clarification. It all starts with requirement. Ask question to understand the business and the functional requirement. In the actual project, the requirement is documented in some form of document called the business requirement document or BRD in short. And there will be a multiple session with the business user and stakeholders to understand what solution the business is looking for. This step is also the right step to understand the non-functional requirement or NFR. Ask question to understand the non-functional requirement of the system which may not be explicitly documented in the requirement. Some examples of NFR requirement or questions are the expected TPS or transaction per second the application needs to withstand, the expected response time, and the expected concurrent users who will use the system. The next step is to break down the application into high-level components, identify interactions, and call out any interfaces between the components. Multiple design diagrams can be helpful in this stage. Start with a system context diagram. This could be where different system components like client apps, server apps, and any existing systems are identified and represented as a block. The next step is to develop a high-level design that goes deep into identifying the interactions of components and interface point. Then it can go further and be broken down into low-level design if required. This step is also the right time to identify different technology stack from the programming languages and the platform perspective. Also in this step, one can identify the APIs and the communication approach between various identified components like should it be a REST, GraphQL, gRPS, event-driven, and so on. Once you understand the high-level design, components, and deployment approach, the next step is to estimate the capacity. Capacity is estimating from the perspective of the number of users using the system's throughput to support CPU, memory, network usage, and storage needs. Next step, step 4, is database design. Please choose the correct database based on the requirement. For example, will it be an SQL or a NoSQL based? Is there any need for in-memory cache like Redis? Does the database design need to be a clustered or as a standalone? The next step, step 5, is performance, reliability, and resiliency. This is one of the critical aspects of design which is usually overlooked. Address the design aspect of the system's scalability, performance, resiliency, and latency. Follow the above step and I'm sure you can crack the system design question in a structured approach. Keep learning, keep